Hello and welcome to episode 30 of my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIII on the PC. Now, in the last episode, we had some trouble when trying to cross this bridge, when Lightning essentially had an incident and was attacked by the, I'm going to keep saying Eidolon is how I think they said it, Odin, who then proceeded to try and kill Hope, again, metaphorically and literally. But we, at the third time of asking, managed to defeat him, so we are now heading on, and we'll see what's up here. More!
Got my back?
More Psychom!
Yeah.
Oh, double Ulan things. Ah, but this is our tutorial for Gestalt mode, which I'm going to watch because this fight will be probably tedious otherwise. Lightning can spend technical points to summon Odin, her personal Eidolon. Only Lightning can summon Odin, which makes sense, because he kind of appeared when she went a bit, like, had her incident. Select techniques from the battle menu, then choose the summon command. Right, yep.
Odin.
So, we get, apparently we can skip the animation, but we get as is traditional in Final Fantasy, a summon animation. Got you, and then...
Cut us a path.
Right, so actually Odin is currently playing as himself. Take a look at the Eidolon's SP gauge below. The SP gauge is depleted gradually over time, and also whenever the Eidolon takes damage. When it reaches 0, the Eidolon will be dismissed. After summoning an Eidolon, you can press X to activate Gestalt mode at any time. This mode allows you to perform powerful attacks from the back of your Eidolon, so you get to basically ride it into battle, which is kind of sweet. Pay close attention to Lightning's Gestalt gauge. This gauge represents Gestalt mode's duration. Your Eidolon will disappear when Gestalt mode expires, so it is best to activate it after the gauge is charged. Right, so that's the bit at the bottom there on Lightning's path. Sorry, not path. Information, essentially. To charge the Gestalt gauge, equip your Eidolon help your Eidolon attack enemies and build attack chains. Combat controls are slightly different in Gestalt mode. Press the button shown by the Gestalt dial to execute attacks. When the dial's count will decrease each time you use an ability. When it reaches 0, your Eidolon will be dismissed. So I guess we just go and try it. I'm actually seeing how we are... This is me and Odin now. I can't see any sort of gauge. He just seems to be going and kicking some butt right now. So I'm just going to let him keep doing it. Maybe switch up the Ravager. So I'm going to try and get the Gestalt gauge built up as high as I can, essentially, before I decide to use it. Although his thing is depleting, so I'm going to switch now.
We do this together.
Into battle for great justice as I transform and roll out into a horse. And we get to see a similar animation to before where it just flies out the sky. And super bitchin' sword time! Right, so I think you just essentially... Is there a certain amount of attacks I can use?
Charge!
So do that, yeah. And a few more, so you choose... Oh, I'm just going to use the auto one actually, because I think it'll be fairly clever. Like I said, I'm going to try and use Anti-Sukin.
The storm is here!
Because that's all I've got left. Whoa, nice. It's still not dead.
Until next time.
Take this away, I'm done with this. Right, and I guess we just have to finish it off. So after all that, it was someone in the almighty Odin, we still couldn't quite get away with it. Oh well. Let's try and get some... We do now have 4 attack gauge, which is kind of nice. I'm just going to try and fill that up and use these all on it. And hopefully Hope will do the same, and we'll get the chain gauge broken ASAP. Come on. And then back to slash and burn, and it's already dead. Typical. So that was a bit... Well, it was fine actually according to that. I thought it was a bit sloppy, but maybe it just... Nah, not going to whinge.
We'll stop
Yeah,
here.
let's take a break. Because that was
Sorry.
quite a big fight.
Don't sweat it. I'll look around.
Yeah, probably best bet. Jump, jump, jump up the top. See what's on the top of the hill. But I think... No, I was going to say I thought that would be a time to cut back to Sazh and Vanille, but perhaps not. We should have a little bit of a character development moment here for Light. She starts to warm up to Hope a little bit. It's getting a bit like big sistery. Possibly regretful over how she was towards Sarah as well. No, man. Not quite.
Not by a
Yeah. Thunk. No, I thought he was going to like, kind of slump down the side. Yeah. She seems happy enough though. Happier than she was like an hour or so ago. When she was basically all piss and vinegar. So let's quickly save up here. I think this will be now when we switch back to at least somebody else. There we go. So these guys have just picked a different way out of the Vile Peaks, which appears to be similar but more industrial. And I believe it's puzzle time. Or at least doing stuff and then,
No sign of
well,
soldiers.
running
Looks
around
like
and
they've
doing
got
stuff
their
time
attention.
anyway.
I wonder how Hope's doing.
He'll be fine.
They were headed towards Poland. Kid's on his way home. You can
Yeah, makes sense.
Good for him.
Yeah. What?
What's wrong?
It's good. If they manage to slip in.
Well, yeah, I suppose that is the caveat on it.
Cocoon is in the grip of pulse phobia. If a Lassie pops up on the radar, all hell will break loose.
Yeah, well. That's Lightning's
They
plan.
don't even know why they're scared.
Afraid of what they don't know. Afraid to find out more.
Well, yeah.
Gets worse the older you get. I'm terrified of what'll happen.
Yeah, you and me both, man.
World probably would be better off without Pulse Lassie. I mean, most of them.
Gee,
Yeah.
let's go.
Haha, no, us, let's go. Run away. Okay, so I think these guys, I'm just going to have a quick check before I get too far at the paradigms. It's not a terrible set, to be honest, to start with. I'll do that one, and to get Archmage, and I've got I'll try Divide and Conquer as well, so I can try and... I don't know, they seem like a reasonable set.
Robots must have built all this.
Yeah, makes sense. Those clever little robots. So, we're on a Loathing and Fear now. Not so subtle reference to that book
Worry yourself.
and film.
You'll be okay with me.
So, what on earth is this? It's a bomb. Hate bombs. Right, let's try and kill them as quickly as possible. Otherwise they tend to really hurt. But if we can get rid of it... There we go.
The old man still kind
Yeah, don't let bombs give them a chance to explode, essentially. Otherwise they will hurt. They will die, but they will hurt. And potentially kill us, which is a bad thing, obviously. Is there anything up there? No, it's just a machine. So, let's get down here a little bit further. And we've got some more bombs. Right, so this one I'm going to have to be a little bit quicker with. So I'm hoping I'm not going to set any off, but I'm going to show these just in case I do, to kind of demonstrate my point. Yeah, so let's just do that, and then dual cast on that one to try and take it out. Yes, that one was getting ready to self-destruct. That one is still getting ready to self-destruct.
We got this, Vanille.
Ow! Yeah. We survived that technically, but only just. Jeez, right. Actually, these guys probably need leveling up, don't they? Oh, yeah, they do. Right. We'll quickly do that, because that explains why I'm having trouble taking these guys out. So, he's missing abilities on this path, so I'll get him going on here until I get to the next ability. There we go. So he's got Blitz now. Which for him is actually kind of cool, because it's just opening fire at random, essentially. Just attacking a bunch of them in an area. It's probably more effective than Lightning's, because it's not like radial, I think. I think it's just like, it's line of sight based. Yeah, so what's... Oh yeah, we looked at this before. So yeah, she's got fire now. Let's get a few more of these cheapish abilities. And maybe some Saboteur. While again, these are quite cheap. Should probably check some more of Saz's as well, because he'll get some cheapish ones on, I believe, Ravager. Yeah. Yeah, so they're still like 90 a pop. So I was trying to get a few more of these. Oh, forgot about that. Has he got many more abilities to get here? That was the last one, but that's as far around as he's going to get. But Vanille's still got an awful long way to go. Well, that was quite a lot. Right, she maybe isn't supposed to get any more there. No, that also costs a lot. So Medic? I'm assuming that the cheaper ones are the ones you expect to get earlier. That's maybe not particularly sound logic, but feels like it is. But yeah, so that's about as far as she's going to get as well. But fingers crossed that gets them a bit more well-rounded, I want to say. Let's try and get... So if I do an optimization for offensive there, and optimize for defensive for her. And right, let's try and get down here. So we cross through there. Got another thing to play with, which I believe will bring the bridge over, essentially. Indeed. So, no. Yay! So we stand on here. And then what? Oh no, we just run down this middle bit, of course. Right, let's get these guys. So I'm going to focus on the bomb first, because that will mess us up otherwise. It seems half dead, which is nice. Although it's healing itself. There we go, right. Now the Pulse Work Soldier. So I'm going to try and break it a little bit. And I'm going to get Vanille to divide and conquer it. Well, let's get to do with the debuffs. So that's magic defense up. So that's why Saz's shift to Ruin, I think. And then... So we go back. Is he going back to attack? Yeah. So now we've got the debuff up, he's going back to attack. Sorry, the deprotect up, specifically. Yeah, let's get this gauge going. Hopefully we shouldn't take too long. It's like still nice and stuck there. Oh no, actually Sazh. Didn't expect how dead he was. I should probably heal a little bit there before I then go full tilt and attack it. So yeah, sweet. Didn't feel too bad. Yeah, 5 stars, solid. Right. So, what have we got up here? That doesn't work, so we can't. We should be able to get back up there, maybe? Do we need to power this though? I think we need to get a power source for some of these bits, because you can see like there's some of these areas where we're going to be able to walk through eventually, but we can't do anything yet. Maybe it's to get back out. I can't remember now actually off the top of my head. We'll just run through here and I'll take these guys out off screen, hopefully. But yeah, that seemed to go well. Managed to avoid getting exploded on, which is always nice. And what we've got here. An auric armlet, what does that do? Seems magical, perhaps. So, yeah, magic wall +5, and it puts shell up when you go to critical HP. Potentially useful, particularly with the bombs, actually. In fact, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip it just to Vanille, just to keep her kicking about. I know it's kind of the priority to keep Sazh alive because he's the primary member, but having Vanille is my only medic, so it's kind of a little bit swings and roundabouts. But right, I'm going to call that a day there, though. So yeah, we will head up through, or down, should I say, through here, possibly. I thought there was going to be more puzzling going on there, but apparently not. We just are avoiding all the shortcuts and running through, so yeah, well, we're slowly making our way out. I think these guys are heading in the opposite. I've forgotten now where they're actually heading, but it's away from Lightning and Hope, who have drawn the SciComm interest. So all we have to deal with along here is pulse work, essentially, which is bad but manageable. So yeah, we'll continue with that tomorrow with our next episode. So thank you very much for watching, and take care of yourself. Goodbye.